Jelani's the running back. Fake to him. Darnold to the end zone. Barner's got a touchdown.
He's got an open man at the 40-yard line. And whatever is wrong with Tom Brady just seems to be getting worse.
Seguimos aquí. Ahora sí.
Here, Indiana move. We from Indiana move. We from Indiana move. I'm an Indiana move.
Touchdown, I-N-D-Y.
And he lost the ball. There's a fumble. Who's got it? The officials say the Colts do.
Win, baby.
Lobs it way downfield, intercepted, coming forward and making the INT for the Colts in the back end.
To see the Colts win Super Bowl.
Hey, win on three. 1, 2, 3, win!
Welcome back to the channel. This is Marcus Sniffles, and the regular season officially over. It's done. The Seattle Seahawks are the Super Bowl champions of the 2025 season. I think they had a great season. I'm trying to figure out why people were not excited for this Super Bowl, like the Seahawks versus the Patriots. Like, say what you will, the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots, as much as I hate them, are somewhat legacy franchises for someone my age. Like, Seattle has been to the Super Bowl within the last, 20 years, the most times out of a lot of NFC teams. Like, they've been to 3 Super Bowls, or they've won their second one. The Patriots, I mean, we know what the Patriots have done over the last 20 years. They've been one of the more dominant franchises in this, damn near my entire life, it feels like. But it was nice to see them kind of get smashed out there. And I saw a lot of conversation about this game being a boring game. Like, yeah, towards the end, once it was decided, it's boring because, the Seahawks pretty much after that fumble return for a touchdown was pretty much over at that point. So, yeah, it's not, a contested game, but all throughout, it was a defensive struggle, a defensive, chess game. And I don't mind that. I kind of expect to hear that from the casual fan, the fan that kind of pops in for the Super Bowl just to watch the halftime show or the commercials, and they're watching the game and there's not a lot of scoring, not a lot of points. And I get that for those people, but if you're a football fan and you don't like a good defensive struggle, are you really a football fan, or does every game have to be 28-27 and 35-40 or whatever? I don't know. I enjoyed the game. I thought it was a well played game. I don't mind defense. I like watching defensive games. Even as a Colts fan, we don't historically have a lot of great defenses, but I still like to watch a good defensive chess game because there's this old saying that defense wins championships, and that's kind of something that happened today. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys something. About 90% of you guys that watch this video are not subscribed to the channel. Don't be a weirdo. Subscribe to the channel. Don't be part of the 90%. Be a part of the 10%. And let's get that 10% to 90%. So 90% of you guys that are watching are actually subscribed. That would help me out a lot. Cost you nothing. It's free, and I'd appreciate it. So how does the Super Bowl link back up to what the Colts can do in this offseason? I kind of watch this game and I look at both teams and I say, where are the similarities? What do we have that we can take from both of these? Even from New England, a team that lost. What can we take from these two teams and try to apply it to our team or try to build off of it? And some of the negatives from New England's side that we have on a positive end is we have a great offensive line. The Patriots offensive line couldn't do anything with the Seahawks defense as far as blocking them, getting the protections right, protecting Drake May in the pocket. Will Campbell was in hell all game long, and we don't have that problem. This is assuming that Jalen Travis is going to be fine next season, which I believe that based on Tony Sparano's track record, but I don't see how, we don't have that weakness. We can't be exploited in that way. And with our offensive line, we could do that in theory. We would be able to protect ourselves against a defense like Seattle's and take what you will from it. But the Patriots really didn't put up any points until the game was pretty much decided. Phillip Rivers got off of the couch and put up 16 points on this defense. So if I'm Chris Ballard, I'm looking at Carly Ursay-Gordon and saying like, hey, we're not that far away. We're very close to being in the Super Bowl, in the playoffs, playing for a ring, because we just took the Super Bowl champions in Seattle. We scored more points. We scored 16 points. We scored more points than the runner-up in the MVP. You made it this far. If you have not liked the video at this point, what are you waiting for? Just like the video. Hit the like button right now. I'm talking to you. Make sure you like the video and subscribe and drop a comment. All that stuff. This is a threat. Not a threat, a warning. But it could be a threat. Just do it. And you also see how valuable it is to have a defensive front that can get pressure. Now, I'm not sure if they were getting pressure because the Patriots' offensive line was so poor and so weak and couldn't block them, or they were just beating their guys one-on-one. Beat the man in front of you. Like, we need someone on the defensive line that can just, if there's a Will Campbell, a weak link on the offensive line, we need a guy on our defensive line that can make those plays and beat the guy in front of him. One-on-one, no help. Do you trust Latu enough to do it? I do. Do you trust DeForest Buckner to be able to do that? As long as he's healthy, I believe that. I believe that is possible. But you still need multiple guys that can go out there and beat the guy in front of you. Like, because if you know about Latu, you're going to double him. You're going to chip him. So it's going to make it a little bit tough on him. Who's the other guy on the other side? Now, I've been saying for a long time that the Colts need to focus on drafting an outside linebacker or a middle linebacker or any kind of athletic linebacker that can do anything out there. But if the Colts use their first pick in the second round and draft a defensive end, totally fine with that. You have to be able to win up front. And by doing that, you have to build through the draft to be able to do it. We did it on the offensive side of the ball. We have to be able to do it on the defensive side of the ball. And with that, having cover corners that you can trust to just be out there by themselves. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Javarius Ward. The Seahawks have multiple guys that they trust by themselves out there. The Patriots have Christian Gonzalez out there who they trust by himself out there. Yes, it's cool to have, just a rush 4 guys and be able to win with 4 guys and drop 8 in coverage. Like, that's a blessing in itself. But everybody doesn't have that. And sometimes you're going to have to bring some pressure. And with bringing pressure, you need guys on the back end that you can trust to not get beat, that can cover until your guys get home. And I believe that we have that. Like, I don't want to sound too much like a homer, but we have the offensive line. We have defensive backs that can cover one-on-one. We're just missing these small little elements, and I guess they're not small, but the biggest one that we do need, the biggest question mark that we have is still at quarterback. And looking at the Super Bowl, the Patriots and the Seahawks kind of showed you 2 different options of what you can do to be successful in this league. You can have a quarterback, a young athletic quarterback on his rookie deal that can kind of, that you can protect and he can, develop and have him play well and lead you, or you can take someone's cast off and pay them a good amount of money to just come into your almost ready-made team to lead you. Those are your 2 options, really, and that's what they're showing us. And technically, we had that option last year. We had a young quarterback, athletic, and, could learn and, be developed along the season. Or we had the cast-off veteran quarterback that we tried to, put into a team that we thought was ready-made. But yeah, those are pretty much the 2 options, the 2 choices that you can have at quarterback. And watching the game, I just don't know how throwing a bunch of money into the quarterback position without having a top 10 elite quarterback is going to do us. Like, how much does that help the team, putting so many resources and money into that position when you don't know, and when you don't know that your team is what Seattle is, or what New England is, or even a team like the Rams. Like, they knew they had a good roster. Like, we're still kind of in the middle there. All in all, I enjoyed the Super Bowl. I think that the Colts have a lot to do this offseason. They have a lot of tough choices to make. And I'm not going to say that the offseason is my favorite time of the year because I love watching football, but it's right up there. The transactions, free agency, what to do with restricted and unrestricted free agents, the combine, the draft, training camp. Like, there's a lot of things to talk about this offseason, and I'm going to be here every Monday at 7 in the morning to talk about it. Outside of that, we'll talk about the actual season as we go along, but I will say that the Super Bowl halftime show, I enjoyed it. I like some of Bad Bunny's music, so I enjoyed the Super Bowl halftime show. As far as commercials, nothing really stuck out to me. A whole lot of pushing this AI stuff. I'm over the AI slop. Like, enough. And you can kind of, not to go on a little bit of a rant, but you can kind of see the lack of creativity in these commercials because it feels like they're just typing into AI. How do we give us a funny commercial, AI? And AI is not funny. It's not creative. It's just not. It's cheap. It's lazy. It is what it is. But I'm excited to get into this offseason. What did you think about the Super Bowl? Did anybody else enjoy watching the Patriots lose the Super Bowl? Because I did. I will always enjoy watching the Patriots take an L. So we'll see you on the next one, Monday at 7 in the morning. Peace.
Thanks for watching, babe. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel.